Hey guys, welcome back to the channel this week. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Allie.
And we are AlliChuck Adventures. We are at Paynes Prairie State Park in Micanopy, Florida. This is our second time staying here. It's been a few years since we've been here. And our goal this weekend is to avoid rain, and
we're here to check out River Phoenix's home and where his ashes were scattered.
And Tom Petty grew up in Gainesville, Florida, so we're going to do some research and see if we can find out any of his maybe historical sites that he might have around here. It's like an old house in the middle of downtown Gainesville. So last time we were here, the visitor center was closed, but it looks like it's open. So maybe we can get a magnet or a sticker.
Yeah,
you know how we like our stickers. No shirts, we can't afford them right now. No hats either. Last time we were here, they were saying they were going to close for a few months for some renovations, and I guess that's probably what this was, part of the renovations. Yeah, this was all closed last time. I was the only one who climbed the tower because Allie was too tired, right?
Yeah, I'm like, eh. Been there, done that.
Yeah, well, I heard gators from up there growling.
Did you really?
I heard something. It might have been a big frog.
Which would probably be scarier for you.
Exactly. I was going to say that. Frog phobia is a real thing, and I have it. I don't know what it's named. If you know what the fear of frogs are, the technical term for that, like arachnophobia, is a fear of spiders, drop in the comments down below, because I have a real fear.
Trees.
We are on Whiting Street, and supposedly up here about half a mile on our left should be the driveway to the lane that the River Phoenix family owned.
Yep.
This is it. This is the address leading and the lane leading back to the River Phoenix's family ranch. And somewhere back there they've scattered River Phoenix's ashes around a big oak tree. Can't really see too much from the road, but that's the property, and that's where his family lived, and that's where they lived when he passed away in California. So for those of you who don't know River Phoenix, if you don't know River Phoenix, he was a child actor on the rise, played in Stand By Me amongst other notable films, but he unfortunately overdosed in California on Halloween night back in, I think it was 1993 or 94. I'll put the correct year in the subtitle. So I don't know if the family still owns that property right now or not. I think they still do. Crazy, right out here in the middle of kind of nowhere in Gainesville area, which is we're in Micanopy, actually, right now. What a shame what happened. Such a talented kid. And he'd be our age right now. Hard to believe.
So we are downtown historical Micanopy, and we're going to check out some of the stores here. Last time we were here, a lot of these stores... The last time we were here, a lot of these stores weren't even open. Yeah, we ate lunch at the Florida Cracker Cafe. But we're gonna just walk around this cute little town. It's just one little street, but
and it's thundering, and it's getting ready to pour down rain, so we probably better get on it.
Yep.
We are in the town where they filmed Doc Hollywood. And I believe the house right across the street was where part of it was filmed. And it's starting to rain really good now. So I wonder if this was the location of the garage in the movie Doc Hollywood where they were tearing his car apart. It would make sense that it was. It seems like there's a lot more things open this time than when we were here last time. Really, I thought there was only a couple storefronts open. It's kind of booming. I just love these old type buildings. This is just such a cute little town.
It is.
Such a cute little town.
I just love the vibe here.
And I guess they're celebrating 200 years of history here.
Well, I just went into one of the stores, and the lady that owned the store there, she was saying that there is potential hail. And so I think we're going to head back to the RV.
Well, we waited too long to leave Micanopy. It's coming down hard. I'm just hoping we get back to the campground and get under some trees before the hail starts. And Nikki's scared to death, of course. We don't have far to go to get in our RV, but with this rain, we're going to get soaked just going that far. And I'm just watching the trees rocking and rolling up here, babe. And praying that none of these trees break and fall. Oh my goodness, this is scary. Seriously. We are camping in a very, very bad thunderstorm. These trees making me a little nervous. The way they're moving. What you do when it's storming outside, you can't grill outside. Well, we got this little griddle pan from Walmart, and it works perfectly on our stove. I just turn all three burners on and heats it up nicely so I can do some grilling inside. I prefer to do it outside, but when you can't go outside, this is the next best thing. We're not gonna let a little rain stop us. It's slacked up, maybe that we can do at least a little bit more drive around touring and seeing some of these homes. So we're on our way to check out the Tom Petty childhood home. So this is Tom Petty's childhood home right here. And you can see they have a statue of him here. And what's even cooler is whoever lives here, they're RVers as well. So I don't know if Tom Petty's ex-wife, who supposedly bought this house, actually lives here, or she just bought it and is renting it out. That is where Tom Petty grew up here in Gainesville. Pretty awesome.
So we're driving through the subdivision right now that once used to be the place where Tom Petty and his band would come together and practice. And they actually lived in an old farmhouse that once stood at the end of this subdivision. And it was $75 a month for rental. They had no hot water, didn't have a fridge. It's a pretty rough place for them to stay at, but they said that basically it was fun times for them to come together and practice all the time. Yeah,
this used to be the Mud Crutch Farm, and now it's just a subdivision.
So
according to some of the research Allie was researching, this used to be an old dirt road, kind of like just dead ended.
And at the very end of the road, that's where the farmhouse, the Mud Crutch Farm.
The old cracker style house. So pretty interesting. So we're also going to check out his elementary school, where he went to elementary school, and I guess they have a mural of that. Sidney Lanier School, but this used to be the elementary school that Tom Petty went to. This is the first mural that was painted on these buildings, was him.
So this is Dub's Bar. This is the original location where Petty used to come and play with his friends in their band. And
Mud Crutch.
Also used to learn. Also, we learned that a few other famous people played here as well, like Foghat and
Bob Seger.
Bob Seger. So I'm thinking this is probably not the original building. I'm thinking that this has been rebuilt.
Yeah, it looks too modern.
Yeah. But this is the original location.
But didn't you say that the noise was a problem here?
Yeah.
I mean,
there were a lot of residential homes around here that just got tired of hearing the music.
So this is where Tom Petty, Bob Seger, Foghat, and a lot of other bands played. It's now Social Security office, but it used to be a bar called Dubs. Well, it's always an adventure when you use Apple Maps, or I should say Crapple Maps. We were leaving Gainesville and told it to take us back to Paynes Prairie State Park. And I don't know where it thought it was taking us, but it took us down some back road. Now we are stuck in the middle of literally nowhere. And we got about 8 miles of this yet. Using RV Life. You usually use that app when we're pulling the RV, but it was the only one that seemed like it knew where to take us. Good morning, guys. We had fun last night down in downtown Gainesville, but this morning we're getting ready to do a little hike before we head out for our 1 o'clock checkout. As we said a couple weeks ago, we push it to the last minute.
Yep.
So we're going to hike the Cones Dyke Trail here just a little ways and just see if we see any wildlife. Nikki's back in the RV as it is not a pet-friendly trail. Well, this was a big mistake. We should have did what I said earlier this morning and just taken Nikki for a walk around the campground.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is impossible to pass. Well, short hike. Supposedly there's another way into this trail from this way. Hopefully this gets us around the really sloppy muddiness because
My shoes.
Allie's not getting new shoes. I'm telling you that right now. Well, I guess we should have done a little bit more research. We would have known we could have came to the Cones Dyke Trail from this direction instead of from the swampy bottoms. We got the Chicala Trail to the right, pretty wet. Cones Dyke Trail to the left. Not as wet as it looked where we started from the visitor center. So we just met some people on the trail and they told us that there's about 20 bison down here at the end of about a half a mile. So we're gonna skedaddle down and see if we can't see them. We gotta hurry because we're running out of time. We passed about, I don't know, 20 piles of this fresh poo already. I think that's buffalo poo. It looks different than horse poo. Yeah, that is something right there. And we see a bunch of people down here standing and looking, so hopefully the buffalo are still there. Because if we walk all the way down here and the buffalo are gone, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry, and I'm gonna call 911 for an air chopper out of here. Airlift.
All I know is we got to start getting in shape.
Exactly. Well, we saw the buffalo, and we saw what apparently left all these droppings behind as we're heading back. If we'd have been here a little earlier, we would have probably seen them right here on this trail, obviously, because this is pretty fresh. We wanted to see bison, and we saw bison, and it was so cute as the one was eating a palm frond off the tree, and he looked up at Allie and he was like, "Oh, what are you looking at?" And then we saw a little baby gator, and I damn near stepped on him and didn't even know it. Allie was like,
"Chuck, look."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah, it's weird. I just have a hard time seeing gators. They don't have a hard time seeing me, that's probably for sure. So now we're huffing and puffing to try to get back so we can get packed up and hit the road before our checkout time.
At 1 o'clock.
Yeah. I think this summer we're gonna start paying for the extra day like we did a few times last summer, just so we can stay as long as we want.
I love all the sounds of nature out here.
It is awesome.
So
Paynes Prairie.
amazing.
Paynes Prairie State Park. If you've not been here, even if you're not camping, definitely make it a bucket list thing for you to come and check it out and do some hiking here.
Wildlife is amazing.
Oh,
The sounds, it's just beautiful.
It's awesome. Something else we thought of as we see this RV parked here, we could have actually went ahead and hooked up. They do have a little bit of RV parking here, and we could have just parked here and did the hiking, he went ahead and got out of our sight. But we're still gonna make it back in time to get out before checkout.